Hi, Mark. It is so good to see you today. You are wearing a very bright blue shirt. It looks nice. How are you feeling this morning?
Hi, Anna. Thank you. I like this shirt too, but I don't feel as bright as the color. To be honest, I am a little bit tired. Actually, I am very tired.
Oh, no. Why is that? Did you stay up late watching a movie?
I wish. No, I had a very long day yesterday. I worked at the office until 8 p.m. Then, when I got home, I had to cook dinner and clean the kitchen. I didn't go to sleep until midnight.
That is a very long day, Mark. And what time did you wake up today?
My alarm clock made a loud noise at 6 a.m. I wanted to hit it with a pillow. I just wanted to stay in my warm bed for 3 more hours.
I understand that feeling. I feel tired sometimes too, usually on Mondays. But today, I feel different. I feel full of energy because I saw something special on the internet this morning.
Oh? Was it a funny video of a cat? Those always give me energy.
No, not a cat this time. It was a quote, a very short sentence that made me think.
I love quotes. They're like small pieces of wisdom. What did it say?
It said, "Do not stop when you are tired, stop when you are done."
Let me think about that. Do not stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. It sounds very strong, Anna, but it also sounds a little bit mean.
Why do you think it is mean?
Because when I am tired, my body is telling me, Mark, please stop. Go to the sofa, drink some tea, close your eyes. If I don't stop, I feel like I'm fighting myself.
You are right, it is a fight, but it is a fight between your now self and your future self. Your now self wants to rest, but your future self wants to finish the goal.
So the quote is saying that tired is just a feeling, but done is a result?
Exactly. Many people stop because they feel a little bit tired. They're at 50% of their work and they say, "Okay, I'm tired. I will finish tomorrow." But often, tomorrow never comes.
That happens to me a lot. I start cleaning my room, I clean the bed, then I feel tired, so I sit down. The rest of the room stays messy for a week.
Precisely. In that moment, you stopped when you were tired. You did not stop when you were done. If you stop when you are done, the room is clean and you feel like a champion.
I see. So you are saying we need to be stronger than our feelings.
Yes, Mark. Our feelings are like the weather. Sometimes it is sunny, sometimes it is rainy, but the road is still there. We have to keep walking on the road even if it is raining and we feel cold.
That is a good way to put it. I want to be the kind of person who finishes the road. But Anna, how do we know the difference between being just tired and being too tired to continue?
That is a great question, and I think that is what we should talk about next.
Well, Anna, I was thinking about what you said. Why do you think it is so easy to give up? My brain tells me to stop all the time.
That is a great question, Mark. I think it is because our brains want us to be safe and comfortable. Long ago, people had to save their energy to find food or run away from big animals.
So my brain thinks I'm in danger when I'm just studying English grammar?
In a way, yes. When we work hard, it is not comfortable. It's like a small alarm in our head saying, "Stop. This is hard. Go sit on the sofa."
You're right. Learning English is a perfect example. Sometimes I study for an hour. My head feels heavy. I look at my phone. I want to close the book and watch TV.
We all feel that heavy feeling. TV is easy. It gives our brain a reward for doing nothing. Studying is like a workout for the mind.
When I feel that heaviness, I usually tell myself, Mark, you worked hard enough today. You can stop now.
But is that true? Did you really work enough, or did you just hit the first wall of tiredness?
I think it was just the first wall, because if a friend calls me and says, let's go get pizza, I suddenly have a lot of energy.
Exactly. That's the secret. You were not done with your energy, you were just tired of the work. When we feel that moment, that's the big decision. Am I a person who stops when tired, or am I a person who stops when I am done?
I want to be the person who finishes. But Anna, sometimes I feel like I'm failing. If I give up once, I feel like I will give up every time.
Don't feel bad about that. Everyone gives up sometimes. The important thing is to understand why. Are you stopping because the task is impossible or because it is just uncomfortable?
Usually, it's just uncomfortable. Like when I go running. After 5 minutes, my heart beats fast. I want to walk.
That is your safety alarm. But if you keep running for 2 more minutes, the feeling usually goes away. You find a second wind.
A second wind? What does that mean?
It means a new piece of energy. I read a book that said we only use 40% of our energy when we think we are finished. Our bodies keep 60% in an emergency tank.
Wow, so I have 60% more energy inside me right now?
Yes, we have a lot of hidden energy inside us. We just need to stay in the uncomfortable zone a little longer to find it.
So when I feel like giving up, I should say, wait, I still have 60% left in the tank.
Precisely. Use that energy to finish the job. Then when you are done, the rest will feel even better.
I like that. It's like a game. I have to find the hidden energy.
It is a game, Mark, and you can win it every day.
This conversation about hidden energy reminds me of a story I heard about a marathon runner. Anna, do you know how long a marathon is?
I do. It is about 42 kilometers, or 26 miles. That is a very, very long way to run. I get tired just driving that far in my car.
Me too. Most people who run a marathon are not professional athletes. They're normal people like us. They have jobs and families, but they train for months to run this one race.
That is amazing. But I heard that almost every runner feels the same thing at kilometer 30. Is that true?
Yes, they call it the wall. It's a famous term in running. When a runner hits the wall, their body suddenly says, "Stop! No more! This is a bad idea."
The wall. I like that name. It feels like a real, solid object in front of you that you cannot pass. What happens to their bodies in that moment?
Their legs feel like they're made of heavy lead. Their lungs feel hot. Their brain starts telling them, "You can stop now. No one will be angry. You have already run 30 kilometers. That is enough."
So, do they stop? Do they just sit down on the road?
Some people do, but the ones who finish the race, the ones who reach their goal, they don't stop. They don't look at their tired legs. They don't listen to the stop voice in their head.
What do they look at instead?
They look at the finish line in their mind. They imagine the medal around their neck. They imagine their family cheering for them at the end. They focus on the done moment, not the tired moment.
That is a perfect example, Mark. Life is like a marathon. If you stop at kilometer 30, you have run a long way, but you don't get the medal. You don't get the feeling of being done. You only get that at kilometer 42.
I think that is the saddest part. If you stop at 30, you did 80% of the work, but you feel like you failed. If you just do that last 20%, everything changes.
Exactly. And the pain of finishing only lasts a little while, but the pride of finishing lasts forever. If you rest too early, you might feel guilty or sad later.
I know that feeling so well. Last week I was doing my English homework. I had 10 questions to answer. I finished 8 and I thought, I am tired. I will do the last 2 tomorrow.
And what happened the next day?
I felt bad all morning. I kept thinking, Mark, you are almost finished. Why did you stop? I couldn't enjoy my breakfast because the work was still there, waiting for me. I wasn't done.
See? That's the lesson. Being done gives you peace of mind. Being tired is just a temporary physical feeling.
So, next time I hit the wall with my English studies, I will imagine I'm at kilometer 30. I will tell myself, only 12 more kilometers to go. Keep running.
That's the spirit. And remember, every step you take after the wall is the step that makes you stronger. So, Mark, we agree that we should stop only when we are done. But how do we actually do that? How can we help ourselves not to stop when the work feels like a giant mountain?
I think I know the answer, but it is hard to do. I think we need to break the work into small pieces. If I stand at the bottom of a big mountain and look at the top, I feel tired immediately. My legs start to shake just looking at it.
I agree 100%. Don't look at the top of the mountain. If you look at the top, you feel small and the mountain feels big. Instead, look at your feet. Just look at the next 1 meter of the path. Take one step, then another step.
So if I'm studying English, I should not think, I must learn 1,000 words today so I can speak like a native.
No, Mark, that is a terrible idea. If you think about 1,000 words, your brain will get scared and go back to sleep. 1,000 words is a mountain.
So what should I do instead?
Tell yourself, I will learn 5 words. That's all, just 5. When you finish those 5, you are done with that small task. You can tick it off your list.
That feels much better. I can learn 5 words in 10 minutes. It's easy. It's like a snack, not a big dinner.
Exactly. And here's the secret. Once you finish those 5 words, you feel a little bit of success. That success gives you a tiny bit of new energy. Then you can say, well, that was easy. Maybe I can do 5 more.
I see. So I'm done many times in one day instead of waiting for one big done at the end of the month.
Yes, success is just a lot of small, done moments put together. It's like building a house. You don't build a house in 1 second. You lay one brick. Then you're done with that brick. Then you lay another one.
I like that. Small done moments. It makes the big goal feel possible. It also makes me feel less guilty. If I only have 10 minutes, I can still be done with a small task.
Right. Even if you are very tired, you can usually do one small thing. If you're too tired to write a whole essay, just write one sentence. When that sentence is finished, you are done for that moment.
I notice that when I start a small task, I often want to keep going. The hardest part is always the first step.
That's because of momentum. Once you start moving, it's easier to keep moving. It's like a bicycle. It's hard to start pedaling, but once you're moving, it feels light.
So the goal is to never let the bicycle stop completely.
Yes, keep the wheels turning, even if they're turning slowly. Just don't stop because you are tired. Stop when you reach the next streetlight, then the next one.
This makes me feel much more confident. I don't need to be a superhero. I just need to be a person who can finish one small step.
Another thing that helps you finish, Mark, is knowing why you are doing the work in the first place. This is what I call the power of why.
The power of why? That sounds like a superhero name. But seriously, what do you mean?
Well, think of your goal like a car. If you want to drive a car, you need gas. Your why is the gas. Without a good reason, your car will stop the moment the road gets steep.
I see. So if my reason is weak, I will give up easily.
Exactly. For example, Mark, why are you learning English? Is it just because someone told you to?
No, it's more than that. I want to travel to London in New York. I want to walk into a coffee shop in London, order a drink, and have a long conversation with the person sitting next to me. I want to understand movies without reading the subtitles.
Those are fantastic reasons. That is a very strong why. Now, imagine you are sitting at your desk, you are tired, English grammar feels like a giant puzzle with missing pieces. You want to stop. In that moment, what should you do?
I should stop thinking about the grammar rules and start thinking about the coffee shop in London.
Yes. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Imagine the smell of the coffee. Imagine the sound of the English voices around you. Imagine how proud you will feel when you speak clearly.
You're right. If I think about the goal, the tiredness feels much smaller. It's like the tiredness is just a small price I have to pay to get to London.
That is the perfect way to look at it. People who have a strong why can endure almost any how. If your reason is big, your tired feelings stay small. If you have no reason, even a small task feels like a heavy rock.
What about you, Anna? Do you ever lose your why?
Sometimes I do. Last month, I was working on a very difficult project at work. I was so tired, I wanted to cry. I thought, why am I doing this? It is too hard.
What did you do? Did you stop?
I almost stopped. But then I remembered my why. I'm doing this project because I want to help my team and I want to learn a new skill. I looked at a photo of my family on my desk. They are my why, too. I want to make them proud.
So your why gave you the energy to finish.
It did. I told myself, Anna, you are tired, but you are not finished. You have 10 more minutes. Do it for your family. Do it for your future. And I did it.
It sounds like we need to remind ourselves of our why every single day.
Yes. Write it on a piece of paper. Put it on your wall. When you feel like stopping because you were tired, look at that paper. It will tell you, keep going. You are not done yet.
I'm going to write London in big letters on my notebook right now. So, Anna, I have a big question. I like the idea of stopping only when I am done, but sometimes I'm really tired. If I keep going without a break, I might get sick or make a mistake. Is it okay to rest?
I'm so glad you asked that, Mark. Yes, of course it is okay to rest. Resting is very important. But there's a big difference between resting and quitting. We need to be very clear about that.
Can you explain the difference? Sometimes they feel the same to me. When I'm sitting on my chair doing nothing, how do I know if I'm resting or quitting?
Think about your mobile phone. What happens when the battery is at 5%?
The screen gets dark and the phone starts to move slowly. It tells me, please connect to a charger.
Exactly. When you put your phone on the charger, are you throwing the phone away? Are you saying, this phone is broken, I am done with it?
No, of course not. I'm just giving it more power so I can use it later.
That is resting. Resting is like putting your body and your brain on a charger. You stop for a little while so you can get more energy to finish the job. You have a plan to go back to work.
Oh, I see. So quitting is like throwing the phone in the trash.
Yes. Quitting is when you sit down, you turn off your brain, and you say, I am not going to finish this today or tomorrow or ever. Quitting is a final decision. Resting is just a pause button.
That makes me feel much better. So if I'm walking up a steep hill and I stop for 5 minutes to drink some water and look at the view, I'm not giving up.
Not at all. In fact, that water and that short rest will help your legs feel stronger for the last part of the hill. You are resting so that you can finish.
But what if my rest is too long? Sometimes I say, I will rest for 5 minutes, but then I watch videos for 2 hours.
We all do that. That's the danger zone. A rest should have a start time and an end time. Tell yourself, I will rest for 15 minutes, and when the clock strikes 4, I will start again.
So resting is part of the work plan. It is not an escape from the work.
Exactly. Professional athletes, like football players, have a halftime. They sit down, they talk, and they drink water. They are tired, but they are not done. They use that time to get ready for the second half of the game.
I like that. I'm going to call my coffee breaks halftime. It sounds more professional.
That's a great idea. Just remember, the goal of the halftime is to go back onto the field and win the game. If you stay in the locker room and go home, then you have quit.
I understand now. Resting is a smart way to reach the finish line. It is a tool for success, not a sign of failure.
Perfectly said, Mark. Rest if you must, but don't stop until you are done.
So, Mark, we have talked a lot about how to help ourselves, but we are not alone in this world. How can we help our friends or family when we see them getting tired and wanting to stop?
That is a great point. It is easy to tell myself don't stop, but it is harder to say it to a friend without sounding like a boss. Sometimes when my friend is tired, I don't know what to say.
I understand. You don't want to be mean. But remember, support is like a bridge. It helps people cross the difficult parts of the road. We are social animals, Mark. We work much better when we work together.
That is true. I think about my sister. She started a new diet and exercise plan last week. Yesterday she said, "Mark, I am so tired of eating salad and running. I want to stop. I want to eat a big chocolate cake."
I think we all want to eat a big chocolate cake sometimes. So what did you say to her?
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say, no, you must be strong, because she was already sad.
A good way to help is to listen first. Ask them why they feel like stopping. Sometimes just talking about the tiredness makes the tiredness feel smaller.
So I should ask her, why is it hard today?
Exactly. And then remind her of her why, but do it kindly. You can say, I remember you said you wanted to feel healthy for your summer holiday. You have done so well for 7 days. I am very proud of you.
I am proud of you. That is a very powerful sentence, isn't it?
It really is. Most people give up because they feel like no one cares about their hard work. If you show them that you see their work, they get a new battery of energy.
I like that. So being a friend is like being a fan at a football match. When the players are tired in the last 10 minutes, the fans shout and sing. They don't play the game for them, but they give them the spirit to finish.
That is a perfect example. And another way to help is to do the hard thing with them. If your friend is tired of studying English, say, okay, let's study together for just 15 minutes. I will read and you will listen.
Oh, I see. If we do it together, the work feels like a game or a social time, not just a job.
Precisely. That is why I love our conversations, Mark. You help me want to be better. When I know we are going to record this podcast, I work harder on my English because I don't want to let you down.
And I feel the same. You are my accountability partner. That is a big word, but it just means a friend who helps you stay on the right path.
If someone listening to this podcast has a friend who is struggling right now, what should they do?
I think they should send a simple message. Just say, hey, I know you're working hard. You're doing a great job. Don't stop now. You're almost at the finish line.
That is perfect. We can be the second wind for our friends. When they run out of energy, we can give them a little bit of ours.
Helping someone else finish their goal actually makes me feel more motivated to finish mine too. It's like magic energy.
It really is. Kindness is the only thing that grows when you share it. To help us understand that stopping when you are done is the key to success, let's look at some famous people. You see them on TV and think they're lucky, but their stories are actually about not stopping when they were tired.
That is a good idea. Sometimes I think famous people have a magic power that I don't have.
No magic, Mark. Just hard work. Think about Thomas Edison. He's the man who invented the light bulb. Do you know how many times he tried to make it work and failed?
I heard it was a lot. Maybe 100 times?
Much more. It was about 1,000 times. Can you imagine that? He sat at his desk day after day, trying different things. 1,000 times the light did not turn on.
If I were him, I would stop after 10 times. I would say, this is impossible. I am tired. I want to go to sleep.
Most people would. But when a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, Edison said something amazing. He said, I did not fail 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways that do not work.
Wow. So in his mind, he wasn't failing. He was just getting closer to being done.
Exactly. He knew he wasn't done until the room was bright. Every time it didn't work, he just said, okay, that's one more step finished. Let's try the next one.
That is a very strong mind. What about J.K. Rowling? I love the Harry Potter books. Was it easy for her?
Not at all. Before she was famous, she was very poor. She had no job and a small baby to take care of. She wrote her book in coffee shops while her baby was sleeping. She was exhausted.
And did the first book company she sent it to say yes?
No. She sent the book to 12 different companies, and all 12 companies said no. They told her, this story is too long, or children will not like this.
12 times. If 12 people told me my work was bad, I would throw my book in the trash. I would be too tired to try again.
But she didn't stop because she wasn't done. She believed in her story. She sent it to the 13th company, and they finally said yes. Today, she's one of the most successful writers in history.
That is incredible. It shows that done doesn't mean when people like you. It means when you have finished your mission.
I have one more for you. Do you know Walt Disney, the man who created Mickey Mouse and Disneyland?
Of course, everyone knows Disney.
Well, when he started, a newspaper boss fired him. The boss said Walt did not have good ideas and had no imagination.
What? The man who created Disney World had no imagination? That is crazy.
It is! But Walt didn't listen. He was tired and he had no money, but he kept drawing. He was only done when his vision became real. He once said, "The difference between winning and losing is most often not quitting."
These stories make my English homework feel much easier. If a Desson can try 1,000 times, I can definitely try to learn 10 new verbs today.
That's the spirit. These people were not different from us. They were just people who refused to stop when they were tired. They waited until the light turned on, the book was printed, and the movie was made.
I'm going to remember these stories next time I feel like closing my book early. I'll ask myself, am I at try number 10 or try number 1,000?
We are coming to the end of our conversation today, Mark. We have talked for a long time. How do you feel now compared to the beginning of our talk?
It is strange, Anna. At the beginning, I told you I was very tired. I wanted to take a nap, but now I actually feel more energetic. My brain feels awake. Talking about not giving up has made me want to go and finish my work immediately.
That makes me very happy. That is the power of positive thinking and good conversation. Sometimes we just need to remind our hearts why we are working so hard.
You are right. Let's summarize what we learned today for me and for everyone listening on the Daily English Dialogues.
Good idea. What is the first thing you will remember?
The first thing is that tired is just a feeling, but done is a goal. I shouldn't let a temporary feeling stop a permanent goal.
Exactly. And the second thing?
The 40% rule. When I think I am finished, I probably have 60% more energy hidden inside me. I just need to keep going to find it.
And don't forget the bricks, Mark.
Yes, don't look at the mountain, look at the bricks. If I do one small thing at a time, I will eventually be done with the whole project. Small steps are the secret to big success.
And what about when you really need to sit down?
I learned that resting is okay. Resting is like charging my phone. I rest so that I can go back and finish. Quitting is different because when you quit, you never go back. I want to be a rester, not a quitter.
Well said, Mark. And finally, remember your why. Your trip to London, your dreams, your family. Let those things be the gas in your car.
I already wrote London on my notebook. It is going to help me study my verbs tonight.
Remember, everyone, the road to success is always under construction. There will be holes in the road and there will be steep hills. You will get tired. Everyone does. Even the most successful people in the world.
But being tired is temporary. The pain goes away, but the feeling of finishing, that stays with you forever. When you cross that finish line, you become a stronger version of yourself.
Thank you for this talk, Mark. I feel motivated too. I have a difficult report to write this afternoon, and I am going to stop only when the last page is finished.
You can do it, Anna. And to all our listeners, we believe in you too. Whether you're learning English, training for a sport, or working at a job, keep going.
Thank you to everyone listening on Daily English Dialogues. You are part of our community, and we are so proud of you for practicing your English with us today.
If you liked this conversation, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot.
And please tell us in the comments what is one thing you are working on right now, and what is your why. We want to cheer for you.
We will read every comment. It gives us energy to see your goals.
Until next time, remember, don't stop when you are tired.
Stop when you are done.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you in the next episode. Bye.